Hey, Sooner football fans. It's your Sooner Football Fans podcast. It's Thursday night at Louis, and you got Terry and Rob here. Boomer Rob.
Boomer Terry.
And we are and of course, the lovely Teresa. Oh, you can come on in here.
Look over that shop menu.
So we were. Somebody's looking at the drink menu. So, but we are at Louis on Campus Corner, like we are every Thursday night. I'm just happy that tonight everything worked because the last 2 weekends. Last week I didn't charge the battery. The weekend before I don't remember, or a week before I don't know what it's, but we have a charged battery. We have our light. Yeah, we had a whole bunch of people here, and we couldn't get it all lined up. But happy Halloween, Rob.
Happy Halloween. We are not affiliated with the University of Oklahoma,
but we do have eligibility left. So sure, I'll take another picture and a cold glass. But anyway, let's think about a few things here. What do we want to talk about tonight, Rob?
probably something to do with OU football. I'm just going to go out on a limb.
Okay, going out on a limb. So I think it's time for us to put our sadness and sorrows behind us. What do you think?
Gone. Yep.
Okay. Do you still believe in the Oklahoma offense?
Not as much as I did, but I do. I don't know why I wasn't effective last Saturday, but I still believe that it can be really, really good.
Are you still drinking the Oklahoma Speed D defense
Well,
Kool-Aid?
so you know how when you take a drink and something catches in your throat and you go, okay, so that's what happened Saturday. But I want to go ahead and take that glass and go ahead and tip it on down. So, all right.
Do I say anything or do I leave it alone? No. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, number one, we still have the number one offense in the country. I've been listening to Teddy Lehman a lot this week, and I agree with him. How many teams have you ever seen with the number one offense in the country win a national title?
It's always the number one defense.
It's always the number one defense.
It's always the defense.
That being said, hey, yeah, we had an off game, we had off play, whatever happened.
We had three off quarters. How about that?
Yeah, 3 off quarters.
3 off quarters.
Yeah, but
Fourth quarter, not so much.
Not so much, but now the defense, like we talked about on the podcast the other night, did we panic? Is this or were the first 7 games anomaly, or is this our defense?
No, we can't just throw out the first 7 games and say the defense didn't exist in those games and now this is what we really look like. We just had a bad game. The Kansas State just, a perfect storm of play calling and effort, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, they were not intimidated by us and they played hard.
Yeah, and let's face it, that we drop an egg every year and have for the last 19 years, at least one egg. And Oklahoma, I was thinking today, Oklahoma's got to get over that hump, because remember when Paul Miliazzo was on the podcast last year and he talked about, linebacker from OU and in the mid-'80s national championships. He said when we realized that there was more to this team than winning a conference title, that we were good enough to win a national title. When we stopped thinking about winning the conference and focusing on the national, it changed the attitudes.
Well,
and I think maybe that's part of what Oklahoma is like. We can win the Big 12. We're going to have 5 straight. We understand that. It's a great deal. But you know what? Conference titles don't win you national titles nowadays.
Terry, what's going to happen to Sooner Nation if this week we play like we did last week? Nothing, because we're off.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
The week after.
That's
what
a good point.
What happens if Iowa State takes us apart?
Well, you're going to have everybody calling for Lincoln Riley's resignation.
Is it going to go that far that quick?
And everybody's going to go, he should go ahead and take that Dallas Cowboy job. We know that's what's going to happen, because that's how Sooner fans are, and quite frankly, that's how all fans are,
It'd be time for Jalen to go ahead and
transfer out. We don't need him no more. Get Rattler in there so we can So, he can get experience for next year. All that stuff's going to come out.
I just want Sooner fans to understand something right now. we have the #1 ranked offense in the nation, and have had
For the last 3-4 years?
at least 3 straight, and contending in that other year. But I mean, I don't know how they're going to do. I'm not saying that we're going to fall apart,
No.
but when we have a bad game, I think we got to pump the brakes just a little bit and give the best coach in the nation, a little bit of room.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We've lost a game later in the year than we have and than we're used to over the past couple of years. The correction time is a little bit shorter than what we like it to get into the playoffs. But hey, let's face it. It's going to be really, really difficult for Oklahoma to get into the playoffs this year.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with a Big 12 title and a New Year's Day bowl game.
Big Six Bowl.
Big Six Bowl.
We lose one of those, or we lose a game on the way, and
Yeah.
now we're just trying to make it through the season.
Right. But right now, what we want to do is just line up, win the rest of the games, let the cards fall where they may, whether it's a playoff game, because a lot of stuff has to happen for a playoff game. And it could. It has the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Or be ready for a New Year's Six bowl. And we have quarterbacks and players smart enough not to stand in front of a crowd just because you won one bowl game and go, we're back, because they ain't back. Correct?
Well, so I guess you'd have to define back. I mean, we're always in the conversation, are we not? Mm-hmm. We're always in the top 4, top 5. So, I mean, I don't know if you could say we ever left.
Well, I will
obviously
say that
there's a period in time in the 90s that we left.
Well, but that's what Bob Stoops did. He waited till we won the national title, and he goes, I think it's safe to say, oh, that's mine. During his speech during the national championship game, he said, I think it's safe to say that Oklahoma is back because we just won a national title. Right. So you can say it.
Well, yeah, if you win a national title, you can say whatever you want. You can say, hey, we're #1. So,
they can't hear you with your question. So,
but isn't there also the chance, because everybody above us, that somebody else, they're all going to lose?
Yeah, no,
it's slight.
It's slight.
And when I say slight, I mean less than 1%.
From 10 to 1, it is packed this year, which is what the committee wants and doesn't want, because there's going to be teams left out. But yet, let's face it, this is what everybody wants.
There's a lot of good teams in college football right now.
This is what's good about the college playoff system, is that right now everybody's talking about who's going to be in, who's going to be out. And let's face it, we don't know, because anything could. I mean, Oklahoma lost to Kansas State. Wisconsin loses to Illinois.
Well, here's the thing: when you're legitimate, you don't lose those games. So, I mean, we're not where we want to be, obviously.
Right.
But there are some teams right now that look like they are where they need to be. Of course, we looked like that last year, or before last year.
But here's the thing, guys. It is what it is. We've lost a game. It's time to move forward, trying to push forward. Be there with the Sooners, so we, finish out the season, get that 5th, conference championship.
5 in a row. That would be pretty nice.
Yeah. How many teams in any conference can say that?
Right. And you know what? Jalen's going to contend for a Heisman Trophy. I mean, he is. He might not win it. I'd say there's a better chance right now that he doesn't, but he's going to be there.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the podium. So how many teams can say they've had back-to-back plus a third possibility?
Well, I mean, we had 2 guys in it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Baker and D.D. Westbrook was at the Heisman ceremonies. Baker was and won it. Kyler was and won it. We're going to have another guy. How many? 5 years we've had guys in the running for the Heisman
guys
Trophy.
on the podium. So that's pretty impressive, Sooner fans.
It's huge.
I mean, it's good. It's good. Even though we lost last week, Terry, and we don't have very much of a shot at the playoffs, it's still a good time to be a Sooner fan. I mean, the future's bright. We know we got linemen coming in. We got defense coming in. We got the best quarterback in the nation coming in, and I'm not talking about Rattler.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the guy behind him.
Yeah.
And even though Rattler was the best
quarterback in the nation.
And we got one of the top running backs. I can't remember what his rank was.
He's one of the top.
I mean, we're stacked, and we're going to be good for a long time.
Yeah. there's a lot worse things than being a Sooner fan right now in the world, like being an Oklahoma State fan
Oh my gosh.
or a Texas fan.
I mean, not only are you bad, but then you got to wear orange.
yeah, you got to wear orange a lot.
There's only two reasons to wear orange. Number one, if you're in jail,
Yep.
or if you're hunting.
Yeah.
And that's only because it's required by law.
Yeah, it's only because it's the law, which is, again, I've
You don't
said.
have to wear orange in Halloween.
No, you don't have to wear orange on Halloween. Like I said, it is, one of the reasons I stopped hunting because I have to wear orange. So, we have to get into this conversation. There's two topics. The first one is it's Halloween. Rob, what's your favorite Halloween candy?
Before I stopped eating candy, I'm gonna say Skittles.
No, I'd say that's where we're going. Skittles is not a candy.
I knew that's where you were going.
It's not a candy.
It's
We
not
have
made
this
from
discussion
sugar?
every year.
It's not made from pure sugar.
It's made from fruit extract. Fruit is not candy.
It's made from pure sugar with a little bit of
Fruit
fruit.
is not candy.
Okay.
If it does not have chocolate, nougat, or peanuts, or peanut
Name
butter
me
in
one
it, it's
fruit
not
that
candy.
doesn't grow from the ground.
Well, all of them grow from the ground, but they
Well,
still.
do you have a Skittles tree or a
I don't
Skittles
know.
plant?
Skittles is not a candy. It's
Okay.
just that simple, folks. Skittles.
I don't know.
Is
You
not
can
a
never
candy.
go wrong with chocolate. You can never go wrong with milk chocolate. And in fact, if you had Dove milk chocolate, that would be my favorite.
Okay, the other topic is Caleb Kelly has been cleared to play.
Is the question, is he going to play?
Is he going to play?
Yes.
Do you play him? Do you play him now?
He's going to play right now.
You think so? Okay, because he can still have 4 games. Here's a scenario. Big scenario. Get him back in shape for Oklahoma State, the Big 12 bowl playoff.
Right.
He can play. He can play in 4 games.
And redshirted and have
still
one more
he's
year.
redshirted now. He can play 4 games. So don't play him this week. Get the guy healthy and fit and everything else. Bring him in. TCU, Oklahoma State.
Assuming that he is not not ready to play, then yes, that's a great plan.
It wasn't me. It was Rob.
Assuming he is not healthy or in fit condition to play, then yeah, you bring him up and you get him in shape and you play him.
Yeah,
but he's got to get on the field. I mean,
I think he's got to get on the on the field this year, and I think we're going to see him this year. And I think we're
not going to see him at the mic though. We're going to see him at the wheel.
Yeah, and here's the thing: it is. Do we see him? Against Iowa State?
Yeah, if he's fit and ready to play, I think he's going to be.
You think so?
Yeah.
Even though he hadn't played all year long,
Yeah.
he's been released. Do you think he's ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you. If he's ready to go and they have confidence in him, put him out there.
He's a beast.
The other point is hold him off until TCU because then we get him next year.
Well, no, I would rather do that.
Yeah.
But now you don't have to hold him. All he's got to do is when he hits that 4-game mark, you just say, hey, you're not playing anymore this year because
Right,
you're getting off next year.
but that's my point is do we hold him off because we know we're going to be in a bowl. We know, hopefully a semifinal, hopefully in the Big 12 championship, which I agree we're going to be there. Oklahoma State and TCU. I wouldn't play the guy until TCU. Now you got him for 4 games. He can play the whole game. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, either way, it makes sense. You get him in now, get him a little taste. But I think, if he's ready to play, he's going to play.
Yeah.
He's that good.
Oh, they're showing the game of the century.
Yeah, the one we lost?
The one we lost.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, though. Look at the graphics. Aren't they?
1970, what is that, 4?
Yeah.
74?
No, it was 71, 70, 71. Yeah.
71.
We don't even have Sooners in the end zone. It's
We couldn't afford paint.
Yeah, we couldn't afford paint. Yep.
I have a kid in college. Trust me, we can afford it now.
So, the last big news is the Sooner Schooner has been repaired, but it's not going to run the rest of this year. We all knew that. And it's ready for static display, which is awesome.
Yeah, well, it needs to be there so we can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, I bought a shirt this week that says, we will be back or we will return, something like that, from the Roughneck alumni.
Did you buy me one?
I know.
Why the hell aren't you buying me a shirt? If you see something, you're supposed to buy
I
it
don't
for
like
me.
it that much.
I swear to God, man. Dude, when I see stuff
I
that
only
I'm
had the
like,
option for one. Seriously, I only had the option
okay,
for one
well,
shirt.
somebody needs to get me a shirt. I'm just saying.
Only had the option for one, so I was gonna buy one for him, but he's already got a Roughneck shirt, so I'll just keep.
Yeah,
I'll just keep it for myself.
him is Rhett. He's over there feeding his face, and but what else is going on in Sooner Nation this week, Rob?
I don't know about Sooner Nation, but on the way over here, I heard some breaking news that Tylen Wallace from OSU might be out for the rest of the year.
Oh, that's too bad.
I hate to hear that. The kid is going to definitely be a first-round pick. He might be a first-round pick, Terry,
Yeah.
even if he doesn't play another game.
Yeah.
But what we don't like about that is he may get a medical red shirt and be here next year.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
We don't want that either.
Because
So,
Spencer Sanders, right? Isn't that his name? Sterling Sanders? Spencer Sanders?
I don't know.
Their
You're
quarterback.
talking about OSU players?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. Why do you know anything about OSU players?
Well, because I want to beat him.
Okay. It's your scouting report.
But he's like a freshman or something, redshirt freshman. So he'll be back, and if he has Tylen Wallace back again, they'll be pretty good offensively again.
Yeah. But
Something about your nephew.
my nephew,
Riley.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were with your
Oh,
mom.
but yeah, the lovely Teresa's behind the camera, and every now and then she brings up points that she wants us to make. So, what am I talking about with Riley? He drank the Kool-Aid. There's been a lot of people drank the Kool-Aid.
He was
Everybody
showing
drank
Yeah.
the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, yeah. Riley, my nephew up in Washington.
Washington.
Big Sooner fan, you know, and I think he wants to be a Steelers fan too, but you know, we're not sure about that. But he posted a video of him drinking the Kool-Aid. Guess what he was drinking the Kool-Aid out of?
A boot.
One of them squeezy plastic bottle that you has.
Yeah.
It was a little, you know, he drank his child's Kool-Aid.
Oh.
You know, it's,
Okay, now
you
it
know.
makes sense.
But when you know, it's a good deal. We're drinking the Kool-Aid, but it was a little bit, you know, unmanly to drink it out of a squeezy bottle, don't you think?
But he is a great fan.
Don't
Maybe he should have poured it into a great big bucket.
Yeah, great. But yeah, that's it. That's what our challenge is for you, Riley, is to get you a big bucket. I know your mom can make Kool-Aid, I think, but make you a big bucket of Kool-Aid and drink. Maybe that's what we should do next year. Is, you know, like they did the bucket challenge, ice bucket challenge. Is
Oh,
do
yeah.
do a Kool-Aid bucket
Kool-Aid
challenge.
bucket challenge.
That's, man.
I think that stains, but I'm gonna.
As long as you're wearing red, it doesn't. So I love my nephew. I'm not sure about my sister-in-law. So, but
I love her. Just joking.
well, on that note, we'll end this one. Boomer Rob.
Boomer Terry.